Hey, Facebook family, this is Darin Kid. Listen, I wanted to give you one tip that's really going to help some of you that are watching this. But first of all, as you join, let me know where you're watching from. Even if it's on replay, what city, state, province in Canada, what country. I always like to come back and say hi to you. And it's also great to see how the audience is expanding at a pretty rapid pace. But what I wanted to do, in the last 6 months, I've definitely changed the environment that I was in before. And I was in a great environment before as far as a group of people and friends and things like that. But in the last several months, I've been hanging around people that have, from a business perspective, maybe making several $1 million a year. Maybe they're making tens of millions of dollars a year. Some of them even over $100 million a year. And I've learned one thing that really separates them from a lot of other people. And I want to share that tip with you as we go through over the next few minutes before I run into the gym. I'm in my mobile office. So, kids are out of school today, and sometimes you have to leave to be able to join. Hey, Adele, I believe that's how you say your name. Thanks for joining. Let me know where you're watching from as well as you come online, because I think today is going to be it's going to be a tip that really can make a major impact in your business. Feel free to tag people in the video. Feel free to, what's up, Sean? Hey, thanks for joining. And Vicky, you're on your bike. Okay, don't wreck. Hopefully it's a stationary bike. All right, so let me share with you. So as I woke up this morning, I don't know if this is just, I always believe in being a hot leader. Okay, obviously I'm not talking about this stuff. I'm talking about being honest, open, and transparent. And I think that, that's why reality TV shows have really exploded, because people want to see real. If you talk to someone that's, hitting it big in business and they go, listen, I'm not sure what's wrong with you, but I started my own business. I never had any challenges. I got rich overnight. That's really not relatable. And they're probably lying to you, right? Because if it sounds easy, most of the time it's sleazy. So I like to be really open and honest and transparent. So this morning I woke up feeling overwhelmed, right? And some of my mentors have said, don't even use that word. And so I've learned that first thing in the morning and late at night, this is not the tip I'm going to give you, but this is just something that I did to handle the way that I felt this morning, is I make sure that as soon as I get up, I'm not focusing on social media. I'm focused on personal development, and you don't have to believe what I believe, but I also listen to, I'll listen to a sermon like Rick Warren or Todd Michael. I've got these different pastors that I listen to. So as soon as I got up, I don't want to feed my mind with the negativity and with stressful things. So I immediately started, saturating my brain with the right. Sorry about that. I got a call. Let me know if you can make sure if you can still hear me okay. I got cut off there. But anyway, here's what happened. I felt like, man, I need to prepare to get ready, right? It's like procrastination, right? Procrastinators unite tomorrow. Anybody relate to that one, or is it just me? I felt like I needed to go through my email. I felt like I needed to straighten up my desk. I felt like I needed to, take my car through the car wash. I felt like I needed to do everything but what I needed to do to get closer toward my goals and my dreams. So I started making excuses of why today was not a good day for me to do those things. But then immediately in my mind, because of me fueling my mind with the right thoughts, the right messages, I said, no, it's action over excuses. Because if we wait until we feel like we're ready, most of the time we're never going to feel ready. Okay, can I get an amen on that one? Right? But motion creates emotion. Emerson said, do the thing, and then you'll have the power. He didn't say wait for the power and then go do the thing. So instead of me waiting, and I'll give you a tip that I learned from a friend of mine that's made tens of millions of dollars, not only in multiple businesses. So one time I was at his house, this has been many years ago, and I remember waking up. He was normally up pretty late, him and his wife, and they had a little boy at that time. And so he would get into his office around 9 o'clock in the morning. And I remember walking into his office, and I'm like, hey, man, let's go to Chick-fil-A, grab something to eat. Hey, Amy, thanks for joining. And he goes, hey, let's go Chick-fil-A. And I go, let's go to Starbucks, get some coffee. Then let's come back and let's go crush the day. And I remember him saying, no, go into the kitchen. There's food in the kitchen. There's coffee in the kitchen. And make phone calls while you're fixing your breakfast and your coffee. Because at that time, we didn't really have all the social media that we have now. So you had to physically pick up the phone. And so I remember walking into the little solarium to the side of the room and walking back into the room. And again, this guy has now made tens of millions of dollars. And I said, where's your paper shredder? And he said, get out of my office and go make a phone call. Go make 5 phone calls. And I'm like, well, who am I going to call? And at that time, this tells you how long ago that was. He said, I don't care if you call out of the phone book. I don't care if you call business cards, call your friends, your family. Go make 5 phone calls immediately. Preferably profit-producing phone calls. So what happened was I walked into the other room, didn't feel like I was ready, right? Which is, am I the only one, or does everyone else feel like this way too? Very rarely do you go, I am ready. Most of the time I'm giving excuses why I need to push it off a little bit longer and prepare a little bit more. And then thinking I need to be a little bit better before I start doing what I need to do, which in reality, it's the opposite. So I remember the phone felt like it weighed 100 pounds. And I made the first phone call. And then the second phone call was a little bit easier. The third phone call was a little bit easier. By the 5th phone call, I was pacing back and forth. My energy was up. I was excited, and it set the pace for my entire day. So I learned that day, it's actions over excuses. We can make money or we can make excuses, but it's really hard to make both. And I learned that if we wait till we feel like we're ready, most of the time we're never going to feel ready. We've got to go out there and we've got to get into action immediately. So this morning, I caught myself doing the same thing. Let me go through my emails. Let me straighten my desk. Let me take my car through the car wash. Let me prepare to get ready. And then I'm like, no, it's actions over excuses. And some of you may be like, I still am. I mean, people are like, Darin, do you still get that? Yes, I still get that way. Going, well, I don't feel like I'm really ready to do this yet. I'm probably going to be bad. Well, successful people, now that I'm hanging around people that are even in a whole nother realm of making tens of millions of dollars, the one thing that they do is they execute. They know they're going to be bad before they're good. They just want to get it out of the way. And it's like a Band-Aid. You may have a Band-Aid. You can pull it off really slowly, and it's going to hurt a lot more than if you just rip that thing off. The same thing that goes in business. If you wait till you feel like you're ready, you're probably never going to be ready. And that's why even psychologists have proven that it's easier to act their way into a feeling than feel our way into acting. Okay, if you want to go get the book by John Maxwell, he talks about failing forward, right? So what happens when you get into activity, it sets something in motion that starts giving you or moving you close toward your goals and your dreams. And that energy and that excitement and that confidence really makes a huge difference. So let me know if this is making sense to you. So it's actions over excuses. And what we tell ourselves is really important. So this morning I was aware enough that I was making excuses to where I started telling myself, no, actions over excuses, right? Get into profit producing activity. So depending on what type of business you're in, here's what I would recommend. As soon as you get off this live stream, whether you're watching it on replay or you're watching it live with me, I would do at least a couple things that are profit producing for your business now. That'll get you closer toward your goals and your dreams now. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Actions over excuses. I'm even putting that in my car, putting that in my office, because I want that to be a constant reminder. Because as I travel, as I meet these people one more time, it's not that they have more skills. It's not that they have that much more talent or that much more abilities or that many more resources. The fact is they execute. Like they don't make excuses. Because knowledge is not power. Knowledge is potential power. So I hope this helped. Do me a favor. Let me know in the comments below if you're watching this, if this made a difference. Let me know if I'm trying to figure out, do I want to do business trainings more on my personal page, or I've started a private like mastermind group. And so it depends on what you guys want. So if this is bringing value to you, let me know and I will do more of these on this page. Also too, on my YouTube, I'm really going to crank that up. So if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel or follow me on Instagram, and because on Instagram, I'm doing a lot of stories throughout the day that kind of show you what I'm doing throughout the day that I really would have liked to had. And I still love to have. When I'm looking at my mentors, I'm like, okay, how do they go throughout their day? How do they think? What are they reading? What are they listening to, right? What activities are they engaged in that's getting them the life that they have? Because I know that it's okay to be a copycat as long as I copy the right cat. Does that make sense? I even copied the copycat saying, but that's okay. But I appreciate you jumping on. Hope you have a great rest of your day. And I got to head into the gym and let's go out there again. Don't procrastinate. Let's go actions over excuses. Let's do something immediately as soon as we get off this to get us close toward our goals and our dreams. Thanks so much.